First, we start with another soggy day across southeast Texas. Here's a live look at our roofing 911 sky cam over the city of Port Arthur. We've seen plenty of rain.
Yeah, some of it's actually been heavy throughout the evening. But as we come on the air tonight, there's a bit of hope as we head for a slightly better weekend.
We're excited about that. Chief Meteorologist Patrick Vaughn joins us with the look ahead.
Well, not once, but twice. We had 100% coverage of rain across southeast Texas today, this morning and this evening. As you can see, things winding down across the area, nothing heavy. A lot of clouds as temperatures, yeah, just a few sprinkles out there, but it is on the way out. But futurecast showing looks like quiet weather for the most part over the next 6 hours. So our forecast tomorrow for the Triangle, about a 40, maybe 50% coverage. I still think we'll get close to 90 tomorrow afternoon. As rain chances take a nosedive on Sunday, they'll be back early next week before taking another nosedive as higher pressure builds on in next weekend. Not this one, but next weekend, looking pretty good. That is if you like sauna-like weather conditions.
Well, new tonight, more camps were experiencing homelessness, people moving into them, and they're popping up around the city of Beaumont. The recent trend is concerning residents. Some folks taking shelter under overpasses like this one along College Street. Folks are wondering if all the recent rain has led to an uptick in that trend. 12
News reporter Amelia White sat down with the chairman of the Homeless Coalition to dig a little deeper into what we're seeing and how folks can help their neighbors get out of this weather and under a warm and dry roof.
Jordan Dage, people who are experiencing homelessness are vulnerable to bad weather conditions like rain events. So yes, more camps around the city are bound to happen, but the city is working to fix that.
Obviously, bad weather is a burden on the homeless.
Councilman Mike Getz is also the chairman of Beaumont Homeless Coalition. He says he's also seen the uptick in folks living without a home across the city.
During these regular rain events, for the most part, they're reasonably well sheltered, either in tents or under this underpass.
He's questioning if taking shelter under overpasses will be an option as a new state law takes effect.
Legislation passed recently that is going to basically make it illegal to camp on public property.
So what is the city doing to solve this issue? Getz says it starts by looking into shelters. Organizations like Some Other Place and the Salvation Army are two options the Homeless Coalition has their eyes on.
Those buildings need to be rehabilitated. We have started the process of raising funding for that, and we have got designs already drawn up for that. And that is the next step, is to get the shelter up and running.
But Getz says it goes beyond physical concerns.
We have got to take steps to identify on each individual basis what our homeless people are having to deal with. We need to have an information system.
A system that hones in on mental health. Jordan Burton Jr., a pastor for Hand Up Inner City Ministries, works to put those experiencing homelessness in better situations.
We help them. We don't give tents, we don't give blankets. We help them get out of that situation.
Getz says that's the mindset that will help get our neighbors off the streets.
And it's important that we see these people as individuals, not as just a big group of homeless, because every individual's story is different.
So what is the best way you can help people who are experiencing homelessness? Donate. Donate to our local shelters to help rehabilitate their buildings. I'm live tonight in Beaumont. Amelia White, 12 News.
Thank you, Amelia. It's not your imagination, folks. This has been a super soggy summer, nearly 7 inches above normal, and it's affecting everything from road work to popular events. So over the last month, it's rained 13 of the last 30 days. This year, we're seen 36 inches of rain. That's 12 inches more than this time last year. Wet weather didn't just put a damper on the inaugural Beaumont Olympics, the Bo-Olympics as they were calling it. Folks, it's been rescheduled for next Saturday, July the 17th. Organizers say this just wouldn't have been able to go on with a big downpour.
The Great Lawn basically was almost underwater, and it just wouldn't have been a good event. It wouldn't have been safe basically for everyone that was going to attend.
Organizers say they'll have inside arrangements just in case Mother Nature has more surprises. The event will feature live music, carnival games, and of course some Cajun-style competitions. New at 10, plans to expand a popular winery in Orange face pushback. The City Council recently gave Free State Winery on Tejas Parkway the green light to expand. The business is growing, and it's really becoming quite the attraction.
But some neighbors aren't too thrilled about this news. 12 News reporter Dominique Lay joins us tonight to explain why.
I spoke with a couple of the residents who live right next to the winery who say they had hired a lawyer to resolve the issues. But with ongoing traffic, they don't see an end.
Parking is a major issue.
People who live next to the Free State Winery in Orange say traffic is getting out of hand.
They were parking on our streets on Willow and Lakeshore and blocking the neighbors where they couldn't. There was no way an emergency vehicle could have got through there.
Simi Griffin and her neighbors' complaints don't stop there. They say there are issues with drainage, loud music, and speeders. Griffin says it was enough to make one couple move out 2 months early.
My husband said this morning if we could just take our house and our property, move it somewhere else, we could do it. We would do it.
They've taken their concerns to the city council, but they feel like no one is listening.
We just feel like everything's falling on deaf ears. Nobody cares about the residents.
Mayor Larry Spears says that's not true. He and council are doing the best to balance the needs of the neighbors with the business.
They really are doing a great service to the community. We would love to see businesses grow, but we also want to take care of the citizens and make sure that they're proud.
The homeowners worry whether the winery expansion will make matters worse, but Mayor Spears says the business has agreed to limit late night activities.
They have no wish to go past the 8 p.m. with the noise or the music, and that they do not have any intentions of doing anything that will cause harm to those citizens that live in the area.
Bottom line, homeowners said they have nothing against the winery.
I don't have anything against them. It's just that I don't want their business to affect us.
We stopped by the winery today and emailed them to get their side, but we haven't heard back. The city is planning to put up speed limit signs and parking signs in the neighborhood. Live in Beaumont, Dominique Lay, 12 News.
Developing tonight, the NAACP is taking action after a man was allegedly paralyzed while in the custody of Beaumont police last month. This is Christopher Shaw. He was arrested for public intoxication. He was being taken to the Jefferson County Jail when his lawyers say an incident occurred.
The NAACP, the Texas Black Democrats, and his lawyers are now fighting for answers. That fight starts with requesting police body cam and surveillance footage. It's a request that the BPD has already denied to us. They cited an ongoing investigation with the Texas Attorney General. They declined to comment today as well. Now, those who attended a news conference told us they believe a lack of transparency is affecting the community's relationship with police.
We're asking for all of the tape, all of the information to be released to the public, to the family, and to the lawyers so that we can see what is going on in our community.
Now, Jefferson County Sheriff Zena Stevens called in the Texas Rangers for assistance, saying in part, anytime there is a critical incident in the jail, we forward it to our state jail commission and the Texas Rangers. It's always good to have an independent third set of eyes.
All right, now Port Arthur police hope an autopsy will tell them more about a person found dead in a truck outside the Lowe's store on Memorial Boulevard. Officers got the call around 2 this afternoon. The truck has been parked in the front of the garden area. Police have not confirmed the gender of the victim, but our crew on scene says it was a man. Officials also haven't released what may have happened.
In case you missed it, the Beaumont Bombers defense team is appealing his conviction. Jonathan Torres was found guilty and sentenced to 5 years in federal prison for leaving a bomb at a Beaumont Starbucks and detonating one at a church in 2018. Torres' lawyer, Ryan Gertz, is appealing on a technicality. He argues that the damage to St. Stephen's Church really did not constitute substantial impact on interstate commerce. Gertz has argued all along that the charge is an overreach by the federal government. We expect to hear a decision from the court within the next 2 to 8 weeks.
Houston police confirmed that the 17-year-old hit in a road rage shooting after leaving an Astros game has died. This was a sketch of the suspect. He's described as someone in their 20s or 30s, between 5'8" and 10, with a thin, muscular build. Police say he was driving a white Buick LaCrosse with distinctive rims, a sunroof, and a paper license plate. If you know anything, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers.
Houston police also want to know what prompted a man to open fire on a couple he apparently did not know. That suspect killed the husband and injured the wife and then turn the gun on himself. That chaos last night at the Aquarium restaurant. That restaurant reopened today.
New guidance out from the FDA and the CDC. Officials are saying that if you've been fully vaccinated, you don't need a booster shot yet. They released a statement saying they're working in a science-based, rigorous process to find out if they're needed. This came out only hours after Pfizer announced plans to make a booster shot, saying that it would improve immunity.